Now that you've had a taste for totalitarianism for almost a year now, does it taste good to you? Because this is the way that our government decided they would manage this crisis. And I, for one, am sick of it. I am appalled. And I want to stop it now. Let me tell you some things I hate about totalitarianism that I've seen happen. One is the rule by fear. Okay, I'm not a fearful person, and to see so many of my fellow Americans just become so scared and allow themselves to become sheep. You know, they love big government. They want government as their shepherd to tell them what to do, what to eat, and where they can go, because somehow government will save them from the wolves, not realizing that the wolves are in government. I don't like the police state in a totalitarian government. You know, the secret police. You say secret? Well, it's secret, so no. It's your neighbors who will turn in other neighbors because they're not wearing a face mask, or who will pick up the phone and call the police because their neighbors got more than 8 people at their home having a party, which breaks the rule. And the police will come in there to, just wreak havoc. I don't like the censoring of speech. I don't like the propaganda that's coming from the news media. It's like they're just a wing or an arm of the government. Listen, this drives me crazy. Now, 500,000 deaths, I could criticize so much more, and I will, but not today. I want to end this note on what the government should have done at the beginning. First, as soon as science said this virus is really contagious, really deadly, it's going to devastate a lot of families. At that moment, then we should have had a shutdown led by the government for 14 days. I guess that's the period of the contagious part. 14 days. Give people a week's notice and say, listen, nothing's going to be open. No government offices, no service stations, not even liquor stores, okay? Tobacco stores, nothing is open. You stay home. Get what you need to make it for 2 weeks. At the end of that, we open back up, and hopefully we've done a bit of damage to the virus. The second thing they should have done, and this is what the federal government should be doing anyway. When a private sector can't meet a need, they step in. Good example, masks for the frontline medical workers. Just imagine the local purchasing manager at a hospital that gets a ding on her system that says you're about out of masks. So she sends an order to a vendor, gets a ding back. We have no masks. And then she picks up the phone, calls others. No one has masks. And then she learns all the masks are made in China. This is the testimony throughout the country. This is the need. This is the moment the federal government should step in. They're not to manage the crisis. They are to meet the needs the crisis creates that the private sector can't meet. That simple. And lastly, they need to provide us the science and nothing more. Let us know that if you're over 75 and you have respiratory problems, you're going to die if you get this. At the same time, if you're under 50, this is going to have less effect on you than the flu. Just the science. And then we can decide how to live our lives. Me, for one, I never want the government to become a totalitarian anything again for any crisis ever.